Hello everyone and welcome to the TradeMachines Academy. My name is Heico Koch and I'm the founder and CEO of TradeMachines. Today I want to share some knowledge about how to grow online. I call it the growth opportunity in machinery sales. First of all, allow me to tell you a little about myself. I'm a mechanical engineer and in the 90s I built refineries before switching to the online world in 1999. When the internet expanded, I switched, and since then I've been developing products for online companies, so these 18 years of e-commerce know-how and my background of mechanical engineering are the perfect foundation for running TradeMachines today. The press loves us. We're delivering a lot of business to traders and some auctioneers, and we want to share our knowledge to enable everyone to be more successful in online sales. So, the agenda today contains 3 big topics. 1. First of all, I would like to start with how the online world relates to the offline world. 2. After that, how the sales funnel works in machinery sales. 3. And last but not least, I identified 3 fields of action which I would like to share. I guarantee you that if you stay with me, you'll get some free hints on how to boost your online sales. So basically the 3 topics are: where do I find more interest for my machines? I've attracted visitors, what's next? How can I keep them? And how does a visitor turn into a buyer? So let's compare the difference between what happens in the offline world and the online world. What changes and what stays the same, because these are important fundamentals to think about with online business. 1. From an offline business where you interact personally to an online business where it's rather impersonal. You don't meet the people, you don't talk to the people, you interact with them through the internet. And that definitely changed something, and some paradigms are different. 2. Secondly, the form of direct contact with direct conversations changes and is becoming fast. People are impatient. They need about 1/10 of a second to judge if they are on the right web page or not. 1 click and they're gone. 3. Next, an offline business often is not measurable. If you post an ad in a magazine, how do you know how many people looked at your machines? Not measurable. How many people contact you because of some activities? Not measurable. Online, everything becomes measurable. Marketing becomes number-driven. You can really measure where people come from and which people really buy a machine in the end. 4. The offline world is often described as having little competition. You cannot buy from anywhere in this world. You have a certain area of people being interested. People who know you buy from you. In the online world, it's transparent, so you can compare your items with those all over the world. The prices, the features of the machines. That changes a lot. 5. At the same time in the online world, you can also have a global reach. Every machine is only 1 click away. You just need the attention of the user. In the offline world, the demand is mostly local. People who know you buy from you. Now, let's switch to the sales funnel. I'm sure you're all familiar with the regular sales funnel, which is about creating awareness for your product. Secondly, engaging the buyer to get interested. Then you need to create a desire, and finally, you have some action, and that means turnover. To increase the funnel to have more turnover, you basically have 2 dimensions. You can either increase the width of the funnel on top by putting more leads in. By having more awareness in the beginning, you'll probably have more sales. Or the second dimension is if you can optimize the channels. So from a certain amount of awareness, you generate more interest, more desire, more action, and that means it finally gets wider towards the bottom. Those 2 dimensions are the possible ways to increase your overall sales, and we want to look at them to see how you can influence them through your online channel. So here's an example where you just double the funnel on top, you create double the awareness, and in the end you double the output. And here's an example where you have a better conversion. You have the same input as awareness on top, but double the output by being more efficient in your funnel. So if you look at an e-business funnel, it's basically more or less similar. When we're talking about attention, we are talking somebody visiting your website. If we're talking about interest, That means the user, the buyer, stays on your website and looks at machines and more details. As a third step, the desire, this is basically creating a request, signing up for a newsletter, etc., so somehow engaging the user. And the last step is buying the machine. Summarizing, the questions are: how do you get buyers to your website? How to excite buyers to stay? And how to activate the buyer to request. I want to emphasize the following. The most interesting thing is that we've observed people who look after their online trades, they move 30% faster. And that means capital costs shrink, more deals are possible, and the total sum of margin, of course, increases. So thank you for your attention. I'd like to invite you also to visit our other webinars. Number 2, how to get better on Google. Number 3, how to measure and use Google Analytics. And number 4, how to satisfy the visitor and close deals. Thanks for your time. We love machinery. We love traders. We love you. Bye-bye.